We played the second half of a game, played the third and fourth quarter of a game, basically. We had our number one units as Georgia, number two units combined with some threes as Louisiana at Monroe unit. We gave a 24-0 lead to the two unit. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all know the final score?
It was
31-24. Louisiana at Monroe team won it, what was it, you said 31-24. Had a couple drives at the end, Georgia did to tie the game up, but was not able to do that. Let me think here. We also practiced our pregame warm-up, the countdown from the 65-minute mark all the way to going through all the pregame warm-up, pregame warm-up, going back in the locker room like we would normally do, and then hitting the field as a team right before the game. We did name captains for this game. The captains for this game are John Theus, Colton Houston. On offense, Jordan Jenkins, and Leonard Floyd on defense. We didn't name a special teams captain this time around, but as our tradition has it, at least recent tradition has been that we will name captains on a weekly basis based on the performance in the game and how they perform off the field as well, academically and socially, all those kind of things. At the end of the season, we let our team vote for permanent captains, which is what we'll do down the road. But we're basically naming those captains based on what happened from the end of the season till today. And it's a pretty great honor to be named the first captains of the year, because it does encompass an awful lot of time and effort and energy. And we like what those guys have done. There was a couple other guys that were good candidates, but we decided to go with them. Quarterback play, we had Bryce played the third quarter with Georgia. Grayson played the fourth quarter with Georgia. Fatone had the third quarter with the twos and a little bit of the fourth as well, fourth quarter with the twos. We had, I believe we had, who else did we have play QB? Yeah, we had Sam and Nick. Yeah, Sam Bond played the series and Nick Robinson played the series too, also with the two unit. I thought just a couple observations in the kicking game. I thought Colin was really sharp today. Hit some good bombs. Hit a ball that late that should have been down on the 1-inch line. He was punting for both teams basically. He had a nice, another kick that we kind of kicked end over end. He hit that right about the 10 or 9 yard line, which is where we wanted to land with good hang time. Good operation there. What we did was anytime our coverage teams were on the field, they were going to tackle guys to the ground. So our kickoff coverage team was live, we were tackling. Our punt coverage team was live tackling, and then when we were returning the ball, we would thud. Didn't get a lot out of the return game, really, punt or kickoff return. And the rest, I was mostly trying to manage this thing, trying to make sure we got the right amount of snaps with both units and make sure we got the right amount of kicking plays. And every once in a while, I'd insert a first down for the twos, just to make sure there's enough reps with that group. Which was based on it's when our number one defense was in there. We had to make sure they got enough reps, things of that nature. So I wasn't really watching exactly who was making plays and all that. I was watching more of what was coming up next. So I'll do my best to answer your questions.
The fact that Lambert and Ramsey took the 1 snaps when you're trying to win with a 24-0 deficit, the indication those are the first two guys would be in for you in most cases.
No, I mean, matter of fact, I mean, everybody's getting evaluated. Our twos have gotten to the point where they functioned pretty good. And even the twos versus the one defense, they had success. Fatone moved them. They did legitimately score a touchdown, had a long touchdown drive with Fatone leading it. And so there's a lot of good evaluation on Fatone as well.